weird sometimes. There we go. Hello, everyone. Hello. We're back with Star Wars: The Old Republic. We are in Nar Shaddaa. Silly and I are going to talk about random things as usual, and then we're going to fly over to
Please select an available
Network
travel
Access Taxi in the bottom right. Can you see that one, Silly?
Sure. Where am I going?
Network Access Taxi in the bottom right.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
So before we started stream here, Silly and I had a bit of an issue. Last night I loaded the game up just fine, no problem. Today I go to log into the game about 20 minutes before we were gonna start, and I see, oh, now it has a 35 gigabyte update. But I only noticed that after the launcher stopped fucking just randomly closing after I log in. And it was like, oh, the launcher has an update. I'm like, okay, cool. And then it just closed and not open. So I open it again and it just closed. I'm like, all right, this is a problem. I open it a third time and it's like, oh, okay, the launcher's been updated. Here, have this 35 gigabyte download now. And I'm like, what? Was this like just not available last night? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know.
All right, time for the throne. And Silly chaperone vehicle. So if you guys recall, we're just working on our story here. We gotta go meet the, we're trying to get an item from, Paladius. I don't think he's a Darth. He might just be a Lord. Anyway, he's been creating a cult here, so we kind of created our own cult and stole from him, his people. And then we made a show of force, making the ground shake, even though we just made an explosion. Anyway, so now we're gonna go see him personally and get the item that we want. For Lord Zash, our master. Anyway, so yeah, Silly, you can tell everyone the trials that you went through to get the game working.
I had a download, then the game wouldn't launch. Then I went onto the support. I tried to repair the thing. I reinstalled the game. Nothing was working. Then I went on 15 pages of forum posts, found a thing I could, an update that was given on, for some reason, this is not part of the normal patching sequence, but they had a file on a page from the community developers saying, just install this file into your Star Wars directory and then run it and it will work. And so I did that, which is suspect, but I did that and it deleted a file from my DirectX, so I had to reinstall DirectX and then it worked.
Jesus. So anyway, that's why we're starting late today. We were actually planning to start at 1, like our normal time.
Sith! Destron, Rachel! I'm so glad you've come. You have made a wonderful decision. Can I offer you anything? A drink? And don't mind Varnock and Sharnock. They never leave my side.
You know exactly what you can offer me.
So confident. So amazingly confident. But I dare say you've gravely underestimated me. That painful twisting you feel in your gut is your essence draining rather rapidly. And that hollow, sinking feeling? Your connection to the Force being severed. Soon, you will be no more powerful than little Denton here, or Ramona.
For that, you will suffer.
Not so powerful anymore, are we? Greater Sith than you have fallen before me. Did you think you were the first to try and steal my cult? I could choke the life out of you right now, but since you seem so very eager, let's settle this with lightsabers.
You may have drained my powers, but I brought a secret weapon. That's right. I forgot Ken Vell likes to tell me that he loves Gay Man. Which, no, nothing wrong with that. That's exciting.
What? What? How is this possible? You're stronger than any I've faced. Oh, forgive me, my lord. Take the artifact. Just let me live and carry on the cult in your name.
I hate to break it to you, Paladius, but Darth Sash promised the cult to us. You're done.
You're very trusting, Destris. But surely my lord sees the advantage of leaving the cult in my hands. Think of what I could accomplish on your behalf.
My lord, please. Can Paladius really be trusted?
Killing you will be such fun.
Mero's a light side Sith until someone tries to
Well,
start Maeroo.
that was every bit as satisfying as I expected. We're in your debt, Riley and me. Only, the thing is, everyone in the cult looks up to you now.
See you shortly.
I guess I should go rally the cultists before they lose their fervor. Thanks again.
Like how he openly
Yes,
calls them
thank you,
cultists.
Seth. We'd still be hiding in that hole if it weren't for you.
I'm a cultist.
Like most times cultists don't refer to themselves as cultists. No, most of them don't even realize they're in a cult. Just look at found my cool D20.
Good job.
It's been missing forever. I don't know where it went. Like I was spinning it on my desk and it flew off to God knows where. I just lifted up the the eclipse that go on the side of a Joy-Con, but they're just so you can hold the singular Joy-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just picked one of those up, and it was randomly tucked in beside them. All right, there we go.
Well, you're not allowed to use it. You have to use Roll20, so.
It's true. But one of my one of the things about Maeroo here is she's a light side Sith until someone tries to take over her pet, and then she kills them.
I see.
Speaking of which, do I have indicators showing? Where is that? Okay, I do have the alignments showing. Okay. I think that's the last thing we needed to do. I just need to go to my ship now, so I guess we can warp.
Oh, good job.
Where's the star cluster in Duros? Where's the spaceport, right? Mazenti spaceport.
I think so. I heard some of what you just said.
We gotta go to Balmora.
Ah, Balmora, you say?
Mm-hmm. We only have the one thing left to do.
I wanted to get onto the computer early enough to start doing some of my Balmora stuff, but
Unfortunately, the game chose not to work.
Go with Balmora, honestly.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll meet you there. I gotta do some cutscenes on my ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, so lately I've been playing. You know about my Switch being dead, right?
Nope, but now I do because you said something the other day about it, your brother was dropping it off or something.
Yeah, so my Switch, the fan randomly started making this super loud sound, and it just wasn't working. Basically, the system would just overheat, which is bad. I didn't want to damage anything in the inside, so I stopped using it. And I was looking around Ottawa for a place that would actually fix it. No place would. All of them be like, no, we don't do that. We don't do Nintendo Switches. We don't do that. And finally, I bought my own fan to do it myself. But I looked at the screws at the back, and I was like, oh shit, these look stripped. I had never done anything with them. They just look stripped. So I called this place called You Break, I Fix. And they were like, yeah, we could probably fix that. And I'm like, I already have a fan to replace it with, and they're like, okay, well, we just can't offer you our warranty, but we can do that. So I brought it over to them, and they're like, okay, this will take me about 2 hours to fix. I already checked if I could remove the screws, and he had already had them out within 30 seconds, so they were good. So we dropped it off on Thursday, and I'm like, all right, I'll be back on Saturday. And he's like, okay. Within an hour, he was like, okay, I'm done. It's replaced. So I went and got it today, and it sounds great. So I'm gonna give it a test run once we're done stream today and check it out. But I'm so happy because I wasn't done live alive and I only had a digital copy
I
of the
managed to
game.
obtain the artifact from Lord Paladius.
Hang on, cutscene.
And you gained your own cult in the process, or so I hear. You are quickly becoming quite the cunning Sith. But there's still the artifact on Balmora to pursue. I'm still trying to locate the other two. I feel I'm close. I fully expect to have good news when you return from Balmora. But there is no time to rest. Power does not favor the slow.
Alright. Oh, I get a lightsaber. That's better than what I got. Cool. Oh, give me a sec. I'm going to add a scene in the Discord.
Oh yeah.
Add a scene.
See if we can do a dungeon.
Lord Judge. You guys should pull some Empire side characters in Twitter so we can do dungeon. Do a dungeon.
Oh, then we have a tank though. Well, I could play DPS, so that doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, I could play DPS. I could play tank technically.
That's true. I could do whatever I needed to do with my second spec, honestly.
Exactly. So I'm not too worried about that. Oh, cool! I got a red lightsaber now.
Good job.
All right. I'm heading to development now. But I figure, you know, if we can get 4 people together, one of us can heal, one of us can DPS, one of us can tank, or if need be, we could, if we only have 3 people, we can have that person heal the bots, because the bots generally do a good job of healing.
No botting. If you have 4 people,
Is that you, apprentice?
someone needs to
Excellent. You've arrived safely
Even
on
if it's
Balmora,
me.
I see. How was your first flight in that wonderful
cutscene.
ship of yours? I hope you found it pleasant.
Isn't that
There can be no doubt about that.
Excellent. I'd hoped you'd enjoy it. Tulak Horde hid his artifact in a vault on Balmora, one that was later converted by the Balmorans into a toxic waste storage facility. But the vault was hit badly in the last war. It's now a crater filled with toxic waste. Your artifact is at the bottom.
Oh dear. What am I into this time?
You've done the impossible before. You'll do it again. But try making contact with the Imperial Resources Officer here on Balmora, Major Bessica. Bessica knows the planet, and he may even have a few good ideas.
He will do whatever I say.
Careful you don't alienate a potential ally. The Empire has its hands full coping with a violent Balmoran uprising. Officially, they're a grassroots militia. Secretly, they have the Republic's full backing. I've informed Major Bessica of the Republic's involvement, so he'll be better equipped to assist you. No doubt the Republic's hounds will get in your way.
I will destroy the enemies of the Empire.
I expect nothing less. But the war is secondary to the artifact. Retrieve the artifact and try to be discreet. We don't want the entire Sith Order chasing our prize.
Indeed. Alright. What was I saying? Oh, right. So, I can finally finish Live Alive, and I picked up, or I pre-ordered Dragon Quest Treasures. Are you gonna get that game, Silly? It looks so cute.
Just, I got a lot of games to play, so I'm trying to, like, play them.
Okay, so I have to ask, what are you working on right now? Because I don't actually know.
Well, Xenoblade Chronicles came out with another, or Xenoblade Chronicles 3 came out with a DLC.
Right.
But then I think my next game is gonna, I need to finish Octopath probably, is the game that I need to finish.
That's true, the second one is coming out, so you should finish the first.
And I need to do, then I think I'm gonna do, I don't know, I have to decide what RPG to play after that.
I just finished Pokemon Ash Gray.
Oh yeah, and then Pokemon's coming out in December,
November.
or whatever.
November 18th or 19th, I think Pokemon Scarlet's coming out, and Violet. Are you getting Scarlet or Violet? I'm gonna get Scarlet.
Oh. I'll get, which one are you getting?
Scarlet. P the Magic D. I mentioned that my birthday is when Scarlet comes out, and P's like, okay, happy birthday. And I'm like, what? So apparently he wants to buy it for me.
So it doesn't matter which one I get because everybody's gonna have a different one. Right? So.
Yeah. So, I really, I'm looking forward to playing Pokemon. I'm looking forward to God of War, but Pokemon Ash Gray, normally, I don't, where is mine? Okay, I gotta go out there. Okay, gotta ignore that dude. That's the Planet Quest. Normally, I don't do, like, indie games or anything like that, but this was, like, a fan-made translation, or, fan-made, ROM hack? That's what I was looking for. Where they just took the original, like, or the Fire Red game and just remade it to have, like, to follow the Pokemon anime. And somehow he added in, like, almost every episode that I remember from the Indigo League. That's just the first season of Pokemon. And did it so well. Like, he even programmed it in so that, like, certain Pokemon just stop obeying you once they evolve to, like, Charmander. Once he evolves to Charmeleon, just will not obey you. At all. Like, he did a really good job with it. Unfortunately, that means Charizard will not obey you until you get to a certain event in the Orange Islands, which he also added in. Like, he completely restructured the Pokemon League. He added in the Orange Islands and the events for the first movie and the second movie. Unfortunately, the game ended right after beating the stuff that happens for the second movie.
Okay.
He never finished it, which is a little upsetting, but so I'm done it now, but it's and so I never got to finish the Orange League. It
There's
was really
something
cool.
of great value in one of the
Yeah,
hazard
cutscene.
vaults. The one that was blown open. I heard you could help.
Ah, who's this? Sith. We don't often get Sith on Balmora. It's a real pleasure. I have a son on Korriban, you know. It's a tough war you're walking into. We're fixing blasters with adhesive tape. But we'll help you any way we can. Now, let's see. A blown open vault. Captain, do we still have those pumps?
Sir, if this is the vault I think it is, it won't be that easy. The fumes alone have put men in the medical center.
Do we have anything else we can work with?
We need some way to make this pit less deadly. Tell me, Captain, is there nothing that can survive the toxic waste?
Well, nothing grows there, sir. But there are the colicoids.
Colicoids? What do those bugs want with toxic waste?
Food, sir. Our surveillance satellites have recorded them feeding on the toxic waste. We suspect they've been designed to eat it.
Why would they be designed to eat waste?
It does seem like a strange thing to do, Captain.
It's a guess. The toxic waste resistance may have been an unintended result. Or the Balmoran scientists were insane.
How can I get that resistance?
Sir!
No, Captain. She's right. To get to the bottom of that pit, she'll need to become like the colicoids. There must be a way for you to take on the colicoids' resistance, so you can enter the vault. Captain, where were these creatures created?
Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a research lab not far from here that was overrun with colicoids as soon as the Balmorans abandoned it. But the colicoids are vicious creatures. Just one of them tore apart a whole squad.
I think I can handle a few bugs.
If you can get into that lab and find out the colicoid secret, we'll do what we can to get you into that toxic pit.
Sir, even if we find out what causes this resistance, we don't have the...
We'll worry about that later. Right now, our Sith friend has to get into that lab and find out what the Balmorans did to those creatures.
I like how this guy's just so willing to help. Mostly because he probably assumes I'm gonna kill him. Silly, did you ever play Dead Space?
Yes.
What did you think of Dead Space?
I like Dead Space.
They got a remake of Dead Space coming out soon that I'm kind of interested in and seeing, like, the reimagining of it. But they also have, would it be faster to fly? What's going on? Let's go check the flight point real quick and then decide if we just want to walk.
It's never faster to fly if you can teleport.
True, but I don't know.
But the problem is the teleport menu will never be updated to show quest objectives.
Exactly. But, how do you
At
feel
your service, my
about...
lord.
Oh yeah, there's two of them that are somewhat closer. Alright, let's see if we can warp down close to the Corinth Imperial Outpost, guys.
Travel route is confirmed.
I don't think that's the only one I have available is the Cantina, and I don't think that's closer.
No. Let's hear
Displaying all authorized
For
destinations.
Imperial, let's see if this is the best one to go to. Not always, but anyway. Have you seen anything about the Callisto Protocol?
Have you seen anything about Scorn?
Scorn? No. What's this? Oh, silly. Do you like Fire Emblem Three Houses, right?
Sure.
So there's a game that's actually being recommended to me fairly recently on Steam of all things, and I looked into it, and it's actually pretty damn good looking, and it's gotten a lot of positive feedback on it. Let me see if I can find the name of it. It's like Lost something, I think. No, there you go. Oh, it's called Lost Eidolons on Steam. It's being compared to Fire Emblem Three Houses, but with better graphics, but worse dialogue syncing. Like they didn't do a good job in making sure like the lip syncs are very good, but that's like the biggest complaint I've seen about the game, which is actually not that big.
The story is better than Fire Emblem story, and it'll be a market improvement.
Yeah, so a lot of people are really liking the story of the game, so we gotta go down there. So it looks like maybe we should fly down to the Troida Military Workshop, because it's a lot easier to get down there from there.
Just jump down.
We could, but that would probably kill us.
Nope. Watch this.
Alright.
Are we going right down to that spot?
Ish.
The master.
Oh, you saw it? Congrats. Alright. Alright. Billy was correct. There we go. This is definitely faster. Alright, so we gotta go over here. Anyway, it's actually not a full price game either, so it's only $40. So if you are
$34.99.
yeah,
My problem is like I'm trying to like buy. That guy just looked Ryan in the preview of the game. There's a guy who looked like Ryan Gosling.
yes, I thought the
So
same
you saw
thing.
that too? I'm trying to buy RPGs on my Switch only because then I don't have to be on the computer. Although it doesn't matter as much.
I'm not sure if it's out for Switch as well. I only just saw it on Steam. So.
Now that we have two computers, it's not as big of a deal.
True.
Kill.
That's right. Oh, okay. Oh man, it feels so good to kill just massive enemies like that. We need a Star Wars Muso game. Could you imagine Dynasty Warriors Star Wars? Oh wait, we gotta go this way. Back the way we came.
That would be interesting.
I'd play it. I want every type of Muso game. Honestly though, the one I think we need more than anything is Final Fantasy. To this day, we still do not have a Final Fantasy Muso game, and that series has more characters than fucking any other. Maybe not any other, but there's just so many of them. I'm playing Stranger in Paradise on stream right now, and it's so good.
I'd consider it, but I'd have to get it for like PC, right? Is that...
Stranger in Paradise? I have it for PS. Well, I play it on the PS5, but PS4.
Get me a PS5.
Well, it's crossplay with PS4 and PS5. Oops, I'm not reading this.
That's fine.
We seem to have overcome the initial obstacles we faced when it began. Recently, Team 5 reported subjects responded positively to the waste limit hazards you involved. Our only remaining concern is that the causality rate seems to be something. So far, we've lost 2 of our best scientists and 3 research assistants. At this rate, we can't afford to be successful. I've also diagrammed its structure and how I believe it interacts with colloid cell structure and the toxic waste. Hopefully, we'll be able to figure out the cause of the rise in the subject's ferocity and eliminate casualties from here forward. The remainder of the log is a series of chemical formulas and scientific jargon. Alright, got that. Very major massacre. Alright, now we can do the Sobrick. Anyway, it's crossplay between PS4 and PS5, but if you wanted the PC version, ISO has it for PC. So if it's on sale, I could probably pick it up again and play with you. But it is absolutely worth it. It's like a very fast-paced Souls-like.
What's it called again?
Stranger Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. It's
This game contains mature content recommended only for ages 17 plus. Well, it's a good thing I'm more than double that age.
I mean,
why is it on Epic Store?
Yeah, that's where it's on PC. It's Epic.
$60. Well, not gonna get that this year.
And like I said, just wait till it goes on sale.
Dude, we have to. I'm paying for this computer.
Major, if we don't get those supply vehicles.
My men are working on it, sir, but until that shipment of plasteel I requested 3 months ago comes in...
I don't care! Tear it off the walls if you have to!
It's not wise to keep a Sith waiting.
Don't worry about the Colonel. He's loud and impatient, but we all are these days, what with a supply shortage. Now, did you manage to find anything out of the lab? Captain Ilun and I have been doing our own research, but we haven't discovered much.
A lot of data there. Not sure how useful.
Have a look at this, Captain. I can't make head or tail of it.
This confirms our suspicions. The collocoids were being mutated to clean up the waste, and it looks like the chemical mutagen they were using could theoretically work.
Well, that's it. That's our solution, right? We just replicate this chemical mutagen.
Sir, there's a problem. Our chief scientist defected to the Republic a few months back. We can't begin to replicate, let alone test the serum without him.
I guess we need to undefect him.
Undefect indeed. You certainly have a way with words, Sith.
The scientist's name is Yanis Tirek, and he's still on Balmorra, in a Republic research base out near the Toxic Lakes.
All right, Sith. It looks like you have your next objective. You find this scientist, you subdue him, my men will bring him back, and we'll get you your chance to swim in toxic waste.
Consider it done.
Oh, and Sith, hurry back. I just got word that my son passed his trials on Korriban and is on his way to Balmorra. I don't want you to miss him.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt you there. You may continue. You were saying something after saying it was $60 and you can afford to spend that, and then you said, speaking of, I'm spending money on, and
yeah, the computer we just got, I'm gonna be paying for it for 18 months.
So you went with a pay over time?
Oh god, I could not have paid for anything more than like a couple $100 right away.
Yeah,
that's just not a thing you can do.
How much was the computer overall? We're going to Marker and Imperial Outpost Speeder.
Travel route is confirmed.
I think it was. I got a deal on it. I think it was like somewhere between 13 or 14, maybe, or 15. I don't know.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a good computer so far. Seems pretty good. I wonder if I can bump graphics on this game. Let's go. Graphics. Quality preset Ultra.
And how much do you have to pay per month?
Like 90 something. 90.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No. And then we had a couple other things we bought on like a short payment thing because they're much smaller, so those will be gone in like a month or two.
Yeah. On top of that too, like if you want, you can probably put extra on it if you need, right? Or not if you need, but if you want.
Yeah, but that kind of like because it's a zero. It's like I do it through my Amazon card, so it's like 0% interest. It's like it's not in your best interest to pay extra. Although it does make the payment go away faster. It's like then what's the point of why?